Hi guys, it's Maggie. Are you ready to start Chinese 2, Unit 2, Section 1? Yay! Um, so in this unit, or in this section, Marco is about to go on his job, and he needs to figure out the best way to get there, whether to walk, or to bike, or to take the subway, or take a cab, because in China there are a lot of options. You can walk, which works fine, although it can get a little treacherous if you're on the busy streets. You could bike, which is even more treacherous. And you could take a taxi, which could be fast, but it could be slow depending on how much traffic there is if it's like rush hour. Or you could take the subway, which can be really fast, but it can be really crowded, especially in the hours between something like 7 to 9, and then in the noon hour between noon to 2, and then at night, so between like 5 to 7. It just gets like packed, like sardines, packed with people. But I generally found that that was the fastest way to get from point A to point B. And biking was fun, but it could be a little sketchy because China, a lot of the bigger cities have these partitioned off bike paths that only the bikers can go on. But a lot of cars drive on it when then it's like rush hour and, car just wants to get there faster. Or a lot of cars also park in the bike lane. So it's a hit or miss. So, yeah. So we're going to be hearing about which way Marco goes and what he thinks is the fastest way. And from that, in our language side of things, we're going to learn how to compare things. So to talk about what's faster, or what's, you'll be able to say what's taller, what's shorter, what's awesomer, really anything you can think of that'll compare two things. Yeah, and then you're also going to learn a neat little nugget that's in Chinese where you use different verbs with different modes of transportation. So like you start a car because it's a machine, but then you ride a bike. It's kind of like those verbs. So I think it's a really neat little thing, and it'll kind of get your brain working, and you'll notice patterns. So yeah, let's get started.